right, so we have today the 3 rollators that most branches are going to stock. Your branch may stock additional ones than just these 3, but these are going to be the 3 most common. So you've got your drive rollator, and then you've got a couple of Nova rollators here. And what we're looking for here is kind of like the good, the better, and then the best sales tactic. So you can get kind of some bonus revenue, because most people will, when presented those 3 options, kind of look for the best. Price difference isn't huge between them. One of the things you're going to look for to set these walkers is the adjustable handlebars. So you can unscrew the pin here, slide the handlebars up, put the pin back in, and screw it back down. These rollators also have hand brakes, so you want to get that set similar to a regular walker, about the hip, bend in the elbow, bend in the wrist, and then you walk along with it. You can squeeze those hand brakes then to stop the walker or to slow the walker as you go along. But the main thing these walkers have is going to be your seat, so that you can sit down on it and rest. What you're going to do, you're going to push down on the handbrakes, and that's going to put the lock on the wheel so that you can sit without this thing moving. Also, with your seat, if you lift it, there's going to be a little bag underneath here where you can store some items. That flips back down, and then you got your padded back bar. So this particular one, the drive, is going to be a rollator that has no upgrade fee. If you move from the good to the slightly better, you're going to have an upgrade fee for this one. And what you're going to get for that is you're going to get larger seat with a larger basket underneath, a little beefier padding here, but it works the same way. They have the adjustable handles, squeezable brakes, and then all 3 of them do fold up as well. If you lift your seat, reach inside, you can fold that up. This particular one, also with the upgrade, has a piece to lock it. You push that up in place, and it will stay locked in that position so that you can get it into your car a little bit better. Push that down, push down on your walker, on your rollator, and it flips back open. If you move from your good one to your slightly better one here, you're going to get a couple of things. Same thing, you're going to get the little bit beefier seat and padding, but you're also going to get larger wheels here. That's going to help navigate different types of flooring, bumps in the road a little bit better, and you still get the lockable piece, but you're going to pay just a slightly larger upgrade fee for this. So another walker you may need for your patient is this walker here. It's called a Hemi walker or a Hemi side stepper. Most common kind of patient you're going to use this on would be a patient that had a stroke or has a fully affected side of the body. So let's say I had a stroke and my left side is affected. I'm going to use this very similar to the way I use a cane or a quad cane. It just has a wider, sturdier base. So I'm going to step with my affected side first, putting all my weight on my strong leg, move this with the bad leg or the bad side or the affected side, and then take my step. So just like that. Nice thing about these walkers, they do have the adjustable legs where you can push the buttons and slide them up or down depending on the height of your patient. You want to set that again with a little bend in the wrist, a little bend in the elbow there. And then they do also fold up. Pull this little bar here, folds up nice and flat, easy to put in the car or to store away. Fold that back down, and you're good to go again. Another ambulatory option for your patient with a lower limb injury is the knee walker, knee scooter, rollabout, knee caddy. You'll probably hear lots of different terms for this. It's a nice option if your injury is below the knee, because you're going to put your leg on here and put some pressure on the knee. So ankle injuries, foot injuries, things like that. These have adjustable knee pads here. So this is adjustable. You can unscrew the pin, slide this up and down, put that pin back in. So you want to get that set to a nice comfortable setting for the leg. It has an adjustable handlebar, same deal. Unscrew this, telescope it up or down, run it through a proper pin, and tighten it back up. This piece folds down to get this thing into the car nice. Flip that up, over, slide it, and it will even tuck underneath here so that you can get that nicely in the car. And bring it back up. Set it again. Tighten that back down. That way, you want to make sure this is tight though, and that this is tight so you don't get too much wobble in your handlebar. So for me, I'm going to put my knee up on here, and you just give yourself a little push. You want to instruct your patient not to get going too fast because that is easy to do. And then a couple of big safety things. You do have hand brakes here. They're not super strong. It's going to put 2 little pads onto your lower wheels and slow you down. So you do not want to get going too fast. The other thing you don't want to do is turn too sharp with any kind of speed. It will tip to the outside. And if you're going to stop and stand for a bit, it's always a good idea to lock the wheels so that this thing doesn't move around on you. And then pull them up to release, and you can go again. And another safety tip for these as you're going along, I always tell every patient, keep both hands on the handlebars. As you're rolling along, if you hit any bumps in the road, cracks, a little rock, the handlebars do have a tendency to rock back and forth, so you want to make sure you have a nice firm grip on your handlebars.